A church is supposed to be a place of refuge. Members go to the church, they lose their loved ones, they lose jobs, their marriages are getting scattered, they are being sexually assaulted, nobody can talk. Even people that dare to take Olukoya to court, Olukoya will always win. Go and make your investigations. Olukoya is the man of God in Nigeria that has the highest cases of law, highest lawsuits in the country. And he's been winning all of them.
All right, guys, I want to welcome you back to Church Focus. And here in this video, we want to listen to this lady. And this particular lady, Funke Ashekun, is exposing some of the atrocity in Pastor DK Olukoya's church. Some of the atrocity in Mountain of Fire, Pastor DK Olukoya's church and all that. And also this particular testimony has triggers a lot of reactions as people are talking differently concerning this. And he is vertically exposing the kind of thing that is really going on in that particular church. And she said that several people have taken this particular matter to court, but in many occasions, Pastor DK Olukoya came victoriously. And it seems that she is alleging that maybe the pastor is bribing all those judges and all that. All right, guys, don't let me bore you with my intro. I believe we should listen to this video.
Tried living on 3 occasions. And the third time that we tried to leave, in fact, we had already left for about 2 years. Well, after we left, Olukoya started calling my family and the wife, pressurizing us to come back. People are, I told you we were traveling abroad to train ministers. I said people were asking after us. So after a while, a lot of manipulations, almost 4 years later, we came back to the church. And when we got back, it was that third time that we came back because we joined some other department. I think in a bid to make us not to leave again. That's the way I feel. He tried to tie us down with positions. And that was what God used for us to really know what is going on in that church. And a lot of things started happening. Okay, before we came back again, there was a time he called us that we should negotiate. He invited us to the office, said a lot of things. And my husband said, sir, we know we wouldn't come back, that we've seen a lot of things and we just felt it's time to move on. The following week, my husband was sacked from his banking job. Just like that. Or next day, in fact, his immediate boss then, the directors in the department, head of they called my husband that this sack is very strange to us. We are on promotion list and we don't know how this happened. We just felt it was just one of those things. Not until we came back the third time. And some people, I can't mention them because, so to say, Olukoya is a very dangerous man, very dangerous. You will hear it later on. So they told us I was the one that effected that sack. And we were like, what? Anyway, we kept quiet and thank God we didn't show it. He didn't know. We got to know later how my husband was sacked. Then when we came back he asked us to leave our house, the house that we built, and told us to come and live close to the church. Because when we came back, my husband had to resign from the job he worked because he got another job after the banking something. So he asked us to resign and join the full-time work. And we just said, because we've been having issues, a lot of issues with, I don't know if I go to details, it will take a lot of time. We've been seeing that oppression, but we just said it was one of the weaknesses. Nobody is perfect. Maybe it's just trying to protect the church, the integrity of the church and so on. But when he asked us to leave our house again, when my husband became full-time, and my husband was like, why would we leave the house that we built? My husband said no. And shortly after that, armed robbers started coming to our house. The way they operated there, it was very unusual. Our house was located in a big estate, very big estate. Our street was the only street that the armed robbers visited. And they were coming like every other day, like 4 times in a week. And that ran for a space of 1 month. And believe you me, we never suspected Olukoya as that. We just said, but we were wondering, only our house, our street, and just about 7 houses on the streets. And they were coming, nobody could sleep again on the street. But one strange thing happened there. Those robbers never stole anything. They were just coming to terrorize us. The last time they came, they told our neighbor that the next time we come to this street, we'll start raping all the women in the street. When we had that, I had to run away from the house. I took my daughter along and my mom. We fled the house. So it was at that point my husband had to go to Olukoya and he looked at me like, sir, you asked us to come and live close to the church, that you have accommodation for us. Where is it? I mean, we are already, we are armed robbers. We can no longer sleep in the house and a lot of things. So we moved then to one church house, very narrow church house like this. A lot of things involved. So it was later when we relocated to the US that people started calling me, those who are close to the church, they started calling our family that, in fact, the person that spearheaded that operation is a pastor in the church. That was Olukoya that raised those thieves to scare us, to terrorize us, because he wanted us to come to the church. And they started telling us a lot of things about that guy, that he liaises with the OPC, is the one Olukoya has been using. And that pastor, from what I heard, is a condemned criminal. He escaped prison. And it was when he relocated to Lagos that Olukoya looked for him and employed him, made him a pastor in the church, and started using him for some of these dirty jobs. Allegedly, that's what I was told. And I want to believe that, because why would armed robbers come to our house like 4 times in a week? That's very unusual. And they never stole anything. I just felt that, okay, it's like we were really terrorized to leave that house. And we went through a lot in the house that Olukoya put us. I can't go through that again today. It will take a lot of time. But Olukoya has stressed my family a lot. In fact, by the time we relocated to the US, it was like escaping for our lives. That was it. A lot of things go on in MFM Church, and we just have to speak out. As of today, I'm the only one that is talking about Olukoya, exposing these evils. I've reached out to a lot of even media houses, bloggers, and I get it, they're all afraid. Olukoya, once you start exposing him, he attacks you with several lawsuits. As of today, I have 4 lawsuits here in the US. You know what that means? Legal fees in US don't come cheap. Last year, in the last 1 year, I've been battling 4 lawsuits. 2 civil lawsuits, 2 criminal cases. And you know the funny thing, these lawsuits, Olukoya is not part of the plaintiffs. He won't put himself there because he already has structures on ground. All the lawsuits, he's been using his pastors, especially those he transferred from Nigeria. And like Akpechi said last week online, there are some of those pastors, and the top pastors there that I speak with, they've also told me that some of the pastors Olukoya transfers or missionary works. They are not pastors, so he puts them there to still continue working for him, doing dirty jobs for him. Imagine, pastors sued me in the US, pastors that I don't even know. The pastors and the ministers, except for one, I met them for the first time in the court. Imagine those I don't know. They sued me. The first lawsuit, 6 plaintiffs came after me. After they won, because at a point, I couldn't continue with my lawyer. Apart from the incessant legal cost, it was too much for me. As at the time I disengaged from my lawyer, I'd already spent about $40,000. So it was too much. And then my lawyer also changed on me somehow. So I had to disengage. I went to the court to represent myself. And they want me on technical, 4 lawyers against me in the court. Olukoya employed 4 lawyers, okay, to be on that case. So I was the only one, no attorney to defend me. So I'm just on technical ground. They want me. And Olukoya wasn't even I won the plaintiff. So, and in the defamation lawsuit, the proper parties must be represented in court. So Olukoya has been suing by proxy, using pastors that are doing dirty jobs for him to take me to court. Anyway, that one left, and I was fined $50,000. And I said I would pay. I kept quiet. I left the thing and I continued with my program because I just felt this is an advocacy for humanity, especially for Christians. We want somebody be in the church. A church is supposed to be a place of refuge. Members go to the church, they lose their loved ones, they lose jobs, their marriages are getting scattered, they're being sexually assaulted, nobody can talk. Even people that dare to take Olukoya to court, Olukoya will always win. Go and make your investigations. Olukoya is the man of God in Nigeria that has the highest cases of law, highest lawsuits in the country. And he's been winning all of them. Anyway, that's by the way. So after they won that, in fact, when we went to the court to that I should come and make my declaration of assets, his lawyers called me aside and said they were ready to forgo that $50,000, but I should stop talking about Olukoya. And I said, no, I can't do that. I will pay the $50,000. You asked me to stop talking. As at that time, Richard was in prison. That Olukoya put there on justice. And a lot of things. Bawura too was going through his own. Bawura ended up in psychiatric hospital because of Olukoya's oppression, torture. Olukoya will use Nigerian police officers to torture, to torment members. I said, I'm the only one that can talk because thank God I'm in America. And you want me to keep quiet? You tell Olukoya to stop his evil ways and this wickedness, and I'll stop talking. So I said, no, I will pay the 50,000. And lo and behold, 3 months later, I was slammed, this time around, with a criminal case. After the first lawsuit, 3 men came out that Olukoya locked in prison for 9 years in Kirikiri, unjustly. 2 are members of his church. 1 a pastor, and the other 1 a minister, and then 1 neutral person, Femi Jimo, Caleb Oloruntele, and Henry Ayeneru.
So we met in Lagos, and he was talking to me. I said to him, I laughed. I said, you know, I don't have energy for this, your prayer. I'm on my way to greet Dr. Olukoya. Just follow me. I said, I don't have energy for this, your prayer. I'm on my way to greet Dr. Olukoya. So just follow me. I said, I'm on my way to Dr. Olukoya. Just follow me. I don't have energy to start casting out. That is his line. When the man of God laid hands on him, what this guy vomited will fill a bucket. And the man was praying that prayer. I was laughing. Come out, Apostle. You see, you see. Dimension. I left there. I was laughing. I said, hey. For me to address that matter, I must do worship first, though. that guy's a mobile shrine now with all those covenants. I was first worship, and I will first of all check if it's his time to be delivered. If it's his time, because that thing is not my primary calling. I address it, but that's not my primary calling. It's not. You see somebody whose neck is bent or blind, bring them. The neck was straight. That one is my calling. He's blind, he's crippled. Bring the person. But the one that is not my primary calling, I just told him, I said, I don't have energy for this. I'll start shouting, come out in this hotel and disturbing people. Let's go. I said, this one is a... When I first entered the office, there was a day I went there. Where's Dr. Fide? There was a day we went there together. I just started laughing. That was not an office. That was a theater. One person vomiting here, another person tumbling here, another person doing that. I said, sir, what is this? He said, that's what you see. Oh. You know, Dr. Olukoya laughs a lot. He laughs a lot. He said, that's what you see. These are demons. They are coming out. See, they are demons. They are coming out. All these spirits. How are you, Apostle? I say, I'm fine, sir. I said, just be doing your thing. I want to be looking. When the man will call some things, see that thing that's happening. It is the queen of heaven in the 7th realm. I said, sir, which one is that one? Which one is it? That is his calling. He has gone deep in it. So it will be a mockery for you who have no understanding of that dimension to come and criticize it.
All right, welcome back. As you know, the Mountain of Fire, a lot of people who believes in prayer, they go there, and we have testimony in that particular church anyway. But this is a strange revelation right now regarding that. So whatever you want to tell us, relate it in the comment section, and don't forget to join us here for more videos. Please and please make sure you subscribe here. Make sure you subscribe here, turn on the notification button to always get our update. I will see you in another video.